Lionel Messi 2011-12. The greatest individual season in football history. Hello, and welcome to LM10 vs CR7 Galaxy. Today, we will be bringing to you another interesting video. The greatest individual season of any player in the history of football. Lionel Messi, 2011-12. I don't think too many people will argue about this. Perhaps, many players throughout history have had incredible seasons that put him at the very top of football. But how many were on the level of this Messi season? The funny thing is, Messi has about 2 or 3 other seasons that many consider to be his best and not the 2011-12 season, which only further proves the level he was playing at in those seasons. It is widely accepted that the level Messi reached in the 2011-12, and a few other seasons throughout his career, is one that has hardly been seen throughout history. In terms of every aspect of the game, he was on a level that many consider to be beyond world class. Out of these 3 or 4 seasons, the 2011-12 season is for me Lionel Messi best season and the best individual season of any player in history. Let us have an in-depth look at this season. In the 2011-12 football season, Lionel Messi was considered to be at the absolute peak of his powers. Coming off 3 incredible seasons prior, the 2008-9 season where he won the Ballon d'Or. The 2009-10 season, where he was even better, and was already getting shouts of being the greatest of all time. The 2010-11 season where he improved even further, cementing his place amongst the greats. Then, he peaked in the 2011-12 season, and reached a level that astonished the footballing world. In almost every aspect of football, he was at the highest level you could ever come across. Be it goal scoring, where he was at the highest level in history, dribbling abilities, which wasn't inferior at all to the previous season 2010-11, which was considered his best ever season in terms of pure dribbling. Passing and playmaking, which was not at all inferior to the passing greats. Then we have many other footballing aspects like explosiveness, pace and agility, consistency, ball control, and so on and so forth. In my opinion, it is almost impossible to have a player with all of these abilities. With these, you cannot help but accept the notion that it is indeed the greatest football season for any player. Now let us take a look at the things Messi accomplished this season, beginning with the one that truly astonished the world: goal scoring. In the 2011-12 season, Lionel Messi scored an astonishing 73 goals in all competitions, in 60 games, giving him a goal ratio of over 1 per game. A testament to a level that stayed constant throughout the season, and a highlight of his consistency. Amongst these 73 goals, 50 was scored in the league, in just 37 appearances. 14 came in the Champions League, and the rest in other club competitions in the Spanish League. The 73 goals in a season, and the 50 goals in a league season, is the highest that has ever been recorded by any player in football history. He also scored 8 hat-tricks this season, a record shared with Cristiano Ronaldo, of most hat-tricks in a single season. Amongst these hat-tricks, there was one where he scored an astonishing 5 goals a game in the knockout stages of the Champions League, against Bayer Leverkusen, a record for most goals scored in a single Champions League game. This game was one of his best performances throughout the season. Passing and playmaking. This season, although Messi seemed to be the main forward, the false 9 and scored so many goals, you may be tempted to think he camped in the penalty box throughout, but that wasn't the case at all. As a matter of fact, Messi took the passing and playmaking abilities he'd been developing up till this season even further. Whilst the likes of Xavi, Busquets and Iniesta appeared to be the main playmakers, Messi was also a key factor when it came to controlling the game at times. He would often drop deep to get the ball and move it forward, when the others couldn't. One thing we need to note is that, due to his dribbling abilities, combined with his vision, Messi's ability to get the ball forward under pressure is second to none. Proof of this was the number of through balls and assists he racked up this season. Throughout the 2011-12 season, Messi recorded an astonishing 29 assists in all competitions, the most recorded by any player in a single season. Being an assist king, it is for certain that majority of these assists would be ones only he can execute. Most came from ridiculous through balls, where he managed 1.32 through balls per game throughout the season. Perhaps, the seasons that came later from the 2014-15 season onwards, Messi was a better playmaker than he was this season, but not by too much. We just focused on his goals. Dribbling. Coming off a season considered to be the greatest in terms of dribbling, the 2010-11 season, Messi's dribbling the following season wasn't inferior at all. Because we focused our attention on his goal scoring, we didn't really look at the other aspects of his game. The number of dribbles he completed this season, perhaps were much lower compared to the season prior, but that didn't mean his abilities in dribbling were inferior, no. He still managed to complete about 6 dribbles per game throughout the season. While Messi is otherworldly in scoring and passing, the main aspect of his game is actually dribbling, and it is also the domain where he's best at. He may be among the top 5 best passers and goal scorers of all time, but he's widely considered the best dribbler of all time. Dribbling is his specialty. Proof of this is that, from the very start of his career at 17, he was already a beast in dribbling, and it has stayed the same till today. However, for goal scoring and passing, he had to develop over time to be the best in the world at them. Notable performances. In the 2011-12 season, Messi had some of the best performances in his career. The most notable one came in the UEFA Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen, where he scored an astonishing 5 goals, the most by any player in a single Champions League game. Another notable performance came against Real Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup, where he was a menace throughout both legs, scoring and assisting for fun. Another came against Valencia in the league, where he scored 4 goals in one of his best performances throughout the season. There were many other incredible performances throughout the season, that are difficult to count. Overall, that season Messi went on to break Gerd Muller's seemingly unbeatable record of 67 goals in a single season, scoring 73 goals in all competitions. Coupled with 29 assists, this meant that Messi had been directly involved in 102 goals in 60 appearances, or 1.7 goal involvements per game. Simply staggering numbers beyond words. Due to his exploits, he will win another Ballon d'Or, the 4th on the spin, and the Golden Boot. Whatever our footballing opinions may be, we have to acknowledge the fact that the 2011-12 season, is possibly the greatest season of any footballer in history. Other comparable Messi seasons. Despite most people having the opinion that Messi 2011-12 is his best ever season, many also have varying opinions. Messi fans really enjoy debating amongst themselves when it comes to his best season. This also goes to show how good he has been. He has had about 3 or 4 seasons that are unmatched, and this confuses his fans, making it difficult for them to choose the best one. The first is the 2010-11 season. Of all Messi fans and neutrals alike, and even his opposition, many actually believe this was his best season. Perhaps in terms of overall stats, it was inferior to the 2011-12 season, but it was this season that he recorded the most dribbles by any player ever in a single season. Another reason people believed it was his best season, was mainly due to his performances throughout the season. He was a menace to defenses across Europe from the start till the end of the season, and he had some of his best ever performances, and even the best performances ever, this season. For example, his performance against Real Madrid in the league where Barcelona won by 5 goals to nothing, and he didn't score a single goal, yet was man of the match. The games against Real Madrid in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League, as well as the finals against Manchester United. These are some of the best performances in history. The 2014-15 season. The season where Messi returned to his absolute best, coming off one plagued with injuries. Many others consider this season to be his best season. Perhaps it doesn't still match the 2011-12 season in terms of goals and assists, but it was simply better in terms of his overall gameplay. Aside from scoring 57 goals and assisting 23 times, Messi was the main playmaker this season, and was a true definition of the word complete. Aside from being a complete player this season, another reason people believe it was his best season, was due to some of his otherworldly performances, especially in the second half of the season. In almost every game after the new year, Lionel Messi was a beast, and there were some notable performances, against Atletico Madrid in the league, against Manchester City in the Champions League, in both legs, where he didn't score a single goal, yet produced one of the best performances ever. Against Bayern Munich at Camp Nou, where he scored 2 goals and assisted 1, and his overall gameplay throughout the match was just on another level. And finally the game against Athletic Bilbao, in the Copa del Rey finals, where he also produced one of his best ever performances. The 2018-19 season. Another Messi season, where a huge fraction of his fans believe, is his best season. There are a few reasons why they think so. The first is that many believe it is his most complete season as a player. In terms of being a complete player, we have to admit that the 2014-15 season was slightly inferior. Firstly, because his playmaking abilities improved even further after 2015, as well as his ability in scoring free kicks, not forgetting scoring goals from outside of the box. By 2019, Messi was executing all these abilities at the highest level possible, without excluding the other abilities. The 2018-19 version of him can be considered to be his most complete version, and even possibly the most complete player in history. Be it goals, dribbles, passing, playmaking, assists, free kicks, goals outside the box, ball control, agility, and so on and so forth, they were all at the highest level this season. One other reason people think it was his best season was due to the fact that he basically carried Barcelona on his back throughout the season. With the lack of playmakers and goal scorers, he had to do everything by himself. This reflected in his outstanding performances throughout the season, especially some notable ones, like against Lyon and Liverpool in the Champions League. I personally think Messi's best season was the 2011-12 season, but I am certain there will be varying opinions. What are your thoughts on this, then? Which season do you think was Lionel Messi's best career season? Make sure to leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more awesome Messi and Ronaldo content. See you next time.